All right, let's talk about something we've all been through. You ask ChatGPT a question, hoping for a brilliant answer, and what you get back is, well, frustrating. It's either generic, way too short, or sometimes just plain wrong. Today, we're going to fix that. We're going from frustration to fluency. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The AI can serve up completely fabricated information with this incredible, unwavering confidence. The folks in the AI world have a name for this. They call them hallucinations. It's basically when the model just makes stuff up. I bet it does. If you've ever gotten one of those replies and just stared at your screen thinking, that's not what I asked for, you're in good company. It's a super common problem. But here's the thing. It's not a flaw you're stuck with. It's something you can solve.
So to get to the solution, we first have to get our heads around why this even happens. It's not like the AI is out to get you. It all comes down to the very strange way that it thinks.
This is probably the best way to think about it. Imagine a toddler who has read the entire internet. It knows of everything, but it doesn't actually understand anything. It has no life experience, no common sense. It's just trying its best to please you by saying what it thinks you want to hear.
And right here, this is the crucial difference. When you ask a question, you access your knowledge, you apply logic, and you form an answer. ChatGPT doesn't do that. It's playing a high-stakes guessing game. It just predicts the next most probable word, one after another. And if it makes one wrong guess early on, that error can just snowball into a completely wrong answer.
Okay, so what does this mean for us? It means the problem isn't really the AI, it's the instruction we give it. We're in the driver's seat here. A better, more structured prompt is the key that unlocks everything. It's how we stop the AI from having to guess so much. So what makes a great prompt? Well, experts pretty much all agree it boils down to these 4 pillars. First, the task. What do you want it to do? Summarize, create, analyze. Second, context. What's the background info? Who is this for? Third, persona. What role should it play? An expert marketer, a historian. And fourth, format. How should the answer look? Bullet points? A table? You nail these 4 and you'll see a night and day difference. And here's a perfect illustration of why this works. Ask it to write something about climate change and you'll get a generic, probably useless wall of text. But look at the structured prompt. It gives a clear task, a word count, a specific tone, and an audience. Now, instead of a vague essay, you get something targeted, simple, and actually useful. Let's zoom in on that third pillar, persona, because this one is a real game changer. It's probably the most powerful and most overlooked technique out there. When you give the AI a persona to adopt, you're not just asking a machine a question anymore. You're basically consulting a specialist.
I mean, just look at this prompt. It's fantastic. You're not asking for marketing ideas. You're consulting a seasoned pro with 20 years of experience. You're giving it rich context about your business, the location, the competition. The answers you get back are going to be so much more creative and relevant. It's a total upgrade.
Okay, so you've got the 4 pillars down. You're already getting better results. Now it's time to level up. Let's talk about a couple of advanced techniques you can use for more complex situations. These are the real power moves. First up is something called few-shot learning. The idea here is simple. Show, don't just tell. Instead of only describing what you want, you give the AI 1 or 2 examples of the task done correctly. It's perfect for when you need a very specific style or format. For instance, look at this. You give it an example of turning a negative statement positive. Then you give it a new negative statement and let it finish the pattern. You're basically training it right there in the prompt on exactly what you want it to do. It's incredibly powerful for things like reformatting data or changing the tone of a piece of text. Next up, for those really tricky problems involving logic or math, you need chain of thought prompting. This is like asking the AI to show its work, just like your old math teacher used to. You're forcing it to slow down and break the problem into smaller, logical steps. So instead of just asking for the answer, you guide it through the process. And get this, research shows that just adding think step by step can improve the AI's accuracy on complex reasoning problems by up to 30%. Why? because it prevents that snowball effect of one small mistake derailing the whole answer. Okay, let's bring all of this together. The real goal here isn't just about writing a single great prompt. It's about building a system for yourself, a way to get consistent, high-quality results every single time without reinventing the wheel. This is how you go from being a casual user to a real power user. You start building your own library of prompt templates, your personal AI playbook for the things you do all the time. Think summarizing meeting notes, drafting emails, brainstorming ideas. It makes you so much more efficient. And there are even established frameworks you can borrow. Something simple like RTF, Role Task Format, is great for technical stuff. But if you're doing creative work, you might want something more detailed, like the PASTA framework, which gets into personality, style, and tone. It's about picking the right tool for the job. This quote really captures the most important thing of all. You need a mindset shift. Stop treating ChatGPT like a search engine that you just shout keywords at. Start treating it like a brand new intern. It's incredibly smart, super eager to help, but has zero experience. It needs you to be a good manager, to give it clear instructions, context, and guidance. And when you start doing all this, using the 4 pillars, leveraging advanced techniques, building your playbook, and most importantly, changing your mindset, you fundamentally transform your relationship with AI. You're in control now. So let's just quickly recap your new toolkit. It all starts with the basic truth. Vague prompts get vague answers. So you structure your prompts using the 4 pillars. For tough stuff, you use advanced moves like few shot and chain of thought. You build a playbook to save time. And above all, you treat the AI like that diligent intern you need to guide. This is how you get to prompt fluency.
Which leaves us with a final, pretty big question. As these AI tools weave themselves deeper and deeper into our jobs and our lives, is the ability to talk to them effectively, to guide them, to prompt them well, the single most important new skill we can learn? It's something to think about, because the people who can ask the best questions will be the ones who get the most value.